like the old days. So, but in the old days I would film and then edit, then upload, and I had no life. And I have since realized that I like to be present with what I'm doing, not filming what I'm doing. So here we are, live with what I'm doing. And the El Roederei yogurt, I want to show you. I want to show you what's on my counter. But first, we're going to make El Roederei, Dr. Davis's SIBO yogurt. It's anti-SIBO yogurt. It gets rid of small bacterial intestinal overgrowth if you have that. Otherwise, it's going to help your digestion. It's going to help your mood. It boosts oxytocins. He says it boosted his muscle like by 13 pounds, and it improves, he says, 20% of people's sleep. So if you're lucky to be the 20%, I just noticed that I feel better when I have it. I gave up dairy, coffee, caffeine, and while I was doing that major elimination, I gave up some making the yogurt, but that's been for about 3 weeks. So now I'm so ready to make it. I'm ready to make it so much that I want to make 2 batches of it, but I'm going to make 1 batch at least tonight, and we'll see how it goes. So we have a big enamel bowl, the Paris bowl. Shout out to Craig, wherever you are. He told us about SIBO yogurt. He also brought me to Merci, where I found in Paris the enamel bowls, which I am enamored with. My enamel bowls. You can actually get them on Amazon, but saying the Paris bowl is so much better. We need potato starch. That's what I use. You could use Jerusalem artichoke, inulin, but this is easy to get at Whole Foods. I'm using, Terry suggested this type of half and half, which interestingly enough, this is just shy of a quart. I normally use a quart. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons of the inulin or the potato starch, and I'm going to borrow, there's 32 ounces in a quart. This one I think is 28. So we need 4 ounces borrowed from this one. And we are going to find, I don't even know if I have my little plastic cup measuring. I'm going to have to guess 4 ounces. Actually, I'll just take a cup. That's what I'm going to do half. So I need a little cup. Okay, so I'll drink my water. I'll drink my water, rinse that out. So the first thing we do, so I covered the prebiotic, which is the potato starch. I covered the half and half. Don't use unpasteurized, use pasteurized. And then as a starter, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of my already made yogurt. And this starter, this was made with, I used my Roederei. So it's a capsule. I just used 1 little capsule from Dr. Davis's My Roederei. You can get it on his website. And the idea is that you make a good batch and you don't really have to use the capsule until you need it, until something goes bad. So you are going to use 2 tablespoons of the already made yogurt. If you have a fail meaning pink dot on the top, you can scrape them off and eat it, but you wouldn't use it as a starter. If there's any kind of gray fuzz, which I've never had, you wouldn't use it as starter. If it's curdly or whatever, you can use it, as far as I know. So we're going to make our slurry. We also have our ultimate yogurt machine, which lasts for 36 hours. You need to cultivate this yogurt for 36 hours, and it's at 100 degrees. That's, oh, it's been so long since I made it. 99. Craig says 99 degrees. I do it at 100. It's 1 degree difference. So first I put in the, you gotta make sure everything's clean. Also, I just want a heads up, if you get the ultimate yogurt machine, it comes with these cutie little jars with lids. If you want, which I recommend, is getting an extra set of their jars so that when your El Roederei yogurt, your SIBO yogurt's in the refrigerator, you eat one, You have 7 left to go, and you can't make another batch until you're done with all of them, wash them, and start again, which means you'll be 36 hours without your yogurt. Why? I'm not doing dairy anymore, and I dropped like weight. I dropped some puff. I did have a bite of my homemade banana ice cream today for the first time. Art supplies and yogurt jars. I have so many things to share with you guys. I keep these Stabilo Woodies on my table with a large mixed media notebook, and I'm scribbling, drawing as I go by. I stand there in the kitchen first thing before I head to my studio. All right, let's do the yogurt, but I'm encouraging you guys to have coloring supplies at the ready, not away, not tucked away in some little desk, but like literally in your face, wherever you like to sit and have your hot beverage, whatever it is. 2 tablespoons of potato starch. We're going to put in, I'm going to do the 4 ounces right away so I don't forget. Why did I quit dairy? Well, a couple of reasons. One is that when I did my blood test with Dr. Sadeghi, after a number of months of carnivore, he was like, yeah, you're doing amazing. This saved your life. So thank you, Terry, for saving my life. And then he always does a food sensitivity test. And off the charts for me are coffee and casein, in the dairy was one of them. And I just said, well, why should I be irritating my body at all? If that's the case, I'll eliminate it. And then I could try it back in and see how I feel. But by taking it away, I literally lost I shrunk. It was crazy. So yes. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to whisk it. I whisked it last time and it was great. I used a whisker. It was great, great, great. My art supplies need to move over. I'm only doing meat and yogurt. Last night I was so busy in the studio that I was like, I just can't cook meat. So I ate tuna, just tuna out of a jar. Beautiful tuna. Oh, we want to use this full one because I took 4 ounces. I stole 4 ounces out of that one. I just need to add a little more. So I have the potato starch. I need to add a couple tablespoons of this gorgeous yogurt. I think my B12 is fine. He didn't say it was bad. You could always take a B12 supplement, Premier Health Research Labs. Okay, oh, this is beautiful. 2 tablespoons of my Reuteri. Come on. And what else do I eat? I have like gorgeous protein powder from Equip, but I just got Ancestral Valley vanilla, and I got Paleo Valley. I'll show you. You want to see? So in my hot water, I'll put protein powder, and it makes it sweet and creamy, and that helped me get off of any caffeine. I'm having no caffeine since, I don't want to waste this. No caffeine since October 24th. I quit caffeine without realizing it was my 1-year anniversary of being carnivore, my carniversary. Oh, wow. How do you know you're sensitive to B vitamin? Okay, we'll put this aside. If I decide to make another batch, yay me. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay. I got these 2 things. Paleo Valley bone broth protein, salted caramel, and as per Terry's suggestion, of course. What would I do without Terry? She tells me what to do, and I trust her. Ancestral supplements, grass-fed ancestral protein, vanilla. All right, put those away. Bye-bye. Okay, now we're gonna whisk. Let's get to the yogurt. I'm so excited. And all I have to do, I'll talk after I whisk. it makes you feel weird and you know it's a supplement. Well, that's good that you know you're sensitive. I love when people know exactly what's bugging them. And I know, we've known this for years, that coffee bugs me. For real. I don't know which one I used. Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, this is the one. I don't know which one I borrowed from and which one was the real main one. All right. One teeny little capsule of his probiotics is like, makes this whole batch. It's crazy. And then it makes it successively. So it's not, it doesn't cost, it costs you the first time, but provided your yogurt goes well, you really don't need the capsules again. Dr. Moore says you don't need subs if the diet is correct, if the diet's correct for you. Dr. Morris is like so fruity herby. I love him. I'm sensitive to caffeine, matcha, released, but I stay away from it too. Okay, so you're caffeine free too? I want to know how many people are caffeine free. Send some hearts or comment below. I'm really curious because it seems like they say 80, 90% of people, 85% of people are on caffeine. And I say on caffeine because it's a drug, you guys. So, you've been caffeine free? That's so nice to know. I thought I was like alone in this, except for Terry's husband, Steve, who had no symptoms. This is fluffy and thick. She said this makes it really creamy, this particular half and half. Oh, it's the name of it, if you can get it, is Alexandra Family Farm. I'm so excited to have this. I may make another batch just because, why not? I like to serve it to friends and loved ones because it's like the most loving thing you can do for someone. But if you give this to someone who hasn't had it before, or you haven't had it before, you may want to start with a tablespoon or two because it will clean up your digestion. And especially if you have bacteria, it will have effect, and a detoxifying effect, if you will. And that's kind of, it could be uncomfortable if somebody's visiting you. I don't like the crash from caffeine. I don't like the wrinkles it gives me. I don't like the dehydration it gives me. And I don't like the anxiety. Well, this is fluffy. It got fluffy from the whisking. Am I correct that... Yeah, it's less than a quart. I was right. Okay. Well, let's see if it works. I probably didn't fill them up to the lines. Let's see. And it got a little fluffy. And also, the 2 tablespoons of starter are fuller in body than 1 little capsule. So I think that's normal. We'll see. I'm not that scientific, you guys. But it's all going to be good. So you set it for 36 hours. And you set it at 100 degrees. And it's that easy. That simple. These are full. Maybe they're just fluffy. I have fluffy Elroyderi yogurt. So I didn't have it for a while. When I gave up caffeine, especially coffee and caffeine, I noticed my digestion got a little slow. I had 2 tablespoons of Elroyderi and everything was fine. It requires an potato starch or inulin as the prebiotic that the probiotic eats or something. I don't know the scientific words for it. Carnivores are against potatoes. Carnivores are against potatoes. Yes, we'll see how I feel because I haven't really been eating it regularly for 3 weeks. So I will let you know if I puff out, but you don't eat that much. You eat half a jar, it's so little. I was eating cottage cheese. I was eating raw cheddar. I was having half and half in my tea or coffee. So I think those are the better offenders. I don't think this is going to be an offender, but I will let you know. If we see me get puffy, we will know. So let's plug this in. Hold on. And I will be... There I will be. Oh, there I will be. Somewhere. No. I'm going to be over there. Oh, art supplies. We must discuss. Okay. Plug her in. Oh, we got to put the lid on. Okay, you guys. we have to put the lids on them, and then we have to give them a bath. We have them in water. The water bathes them. Oh, you love Sedona? Come to Sedona. The house is so cozy and so solid. And for once, I'm just not obsessed with how everything is. Like, I probably should get kitchen curtains and curtains from my bedroom. Actually, I have curtains from Venice that I took, but I need to get a long iron curtain rod. But I'm just unconcerned. I feel much more interested. I'll show you. Okay, so we got to get the lids. I keep my extra jars and lids in a box in the cabinet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's cozy here. It's so super cozy. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to bathe her. And we are 100% going to make another batch. What do you think? Should we? I mean, it's only me, but the stuff is out. You guys vote. Should I make another batch? I mean, it's only me. I was supposed to have a visitor. He's not coming. I don't know if anybody is going to eat this besides me. This will last 4 weeks in the fridge, but if I eat it, that's 8 days, and then I'll need to make another batch, so I might as well just make one. Oh, you're in Phoenix? It's still so hot. It's a little warm in here right now. Yeah, why not? I'll just make it because it'll last for 4 weeks. And then who knows? Somebody might come and want to have some. Build it and they will come. Honestly, having this going just feels like self-love. It was almost 90 degrees in Phoenix. That's shocking. Sometimes I come down there, you know. I heard they're opening up an Air One in Scottsdale. And also, one of the butchers I like to go to, Underbelly, is down there. Oh, it's been a little chilly here. Like I wore this today. Not these. I'm wearing, I hope it's not see-through. I'm wearing like these silk kind of under ski garment things that I threatened to get rid of, and now I'm wearing them every night to just lounge and do art in. So, okay, so we have this, put that away. I know they're see-through, but I hope it's not showing. I hope everything's fine. It's fine. We're fine. I'm sure you're ready for cool weather. Phoenix is so brutal. It could be so brutal. Okay, let's bring the other baby over. I did a very Dara thing. This I got on Amazon, and you wrap the cord around so when it's away in the cabinet, it's not flying cords. There's no flying annoying cords. Okay, let's come back here. Do you think I should get curtains for back here, like pretty little, I don't know, maybe flower ones or something, or like a stripe or a gingham? I feel like no one can see me, so that's why it doesn't bother me, and no one can see me in any of my big windows. There's privacy, but there's something nice about having, you know, it covered at night. You can't see anything, you don't think. Ah, it's a show. More with Dara. You like what open? What do you like open? I forgot what I said. Open, no blinds. Usually I don't like to see the black, but it doesn't bother me here because I think it's so quiet, safe, and private. Nobody's seeing in. Okay, I'm going to take the lids off. Make sure everything's really clean, okay? I feel like when I do this, it feels productive and it feels like self-love. you know you're taking care of yourself. Oh, no curtains, cool. I kind of like not having extra things to wash and collect dust or pollen. Juniper is a really big thing here. So lately I haven't been able to open my windows because I have screens, but there seems to be some gaps in the screens, and also the screens aren't fine enough, and there's mosquitoes coming in and they drive you crazy. So I need to get Florida screens that are prepared for no-see-ums, that the mosquitoes can't come through. So until then, and then by the time I get that done, if I get that done, there will be juniper. I am surrounded. Like, this house is like a tree house, a juniper tree house, and juniper pollen is bitchy. What am I doing with the jars? I'm opening up the lids because we're going to make another batch of sibo yogurt, and I'm going to have to borrow some more than 4 ounces. I'll borrow 4 ounces from this one and use a full one. I bought enough half and half because I thought I was going to do this. And I'm doing it. We're doing it. You know what? I probably added a little bit too much milk, that's all. And that's fine. Hopefully it will be good. It will be good. I'm going to add a little bit less. There. Okay. Oh, I have tinctures. The only thing that helps the nose running is this stuff called Polaris. They supposedly send it with astronauts, and it's something you put up your nose and it helps so much. But the other tinctures and stuff, I didn't really notice. The mosquitoes are bad there too. I mean, it's like, I never had this before. They're like biting at my ankles. I would not use vanilla bean. I would not add anything until after, and after I use vanilla monk fruit to sweeten it. But vanilla extract, yes. I'm a vanilla girl. I'm obsessed with vanilla. I drink hot vanilla throughout the day. I kid you not. Vanilla protein powder, vanilla extract, vanilla monk fruit. Okay. We'll get 2 tablespoons of this. It's the liquidy part of it. I hope it's going to be fine. Just pour it in. I'm making it up. I'm winging it. I'm winging it as I go. Oh, so now I can pour this in here. I don't know. I'm losing my measurements, you guys. For real. Like, I did not pay attention. Sometimes when I do stuff like this and I'm doing it live or on camera, it's not as calculated. Understandably. I'm just obsessed with vanilla. I really have always loved vanilla ice cream. I made banana ice cream, you guys. My next batch I'll make here. I'm going to make vanilla, coconut, or banana coconut. I don't know if I'm using the right amount of milk. That was a free-for-all. That's why I kind of like the cartons better, because there's just, you know, the quart's the quart. I'm not eating fruit. I'm not eating dates. I was having dates with butter on them. That was insane. If you know anyone that's eating dessert that's like refined sugar or gluten or crappy crap, just a half a date with butter slab on it is so good. A pinch of salt. Yeah, some carnivores eat it. I love Paul Saladino, and he eats it. And he's beautiful. I mean, seriously, I just have a lot of milk going on here. Weird. I met him in person. And I gotta say, the man is beautiful. I mean, I don't mean just physically beautiful. He's shining. I'm not doing fruit because before I had a problem with sugar, blood sugar. And I decided to follow the strict carnivore way of not interrupting ketosis, so I dropped sugar, dairy, and caffeine. And I think the weight from the no sugar and no dairy really did it. And I'm small. It's not that I'll never have it. I just thought, like, why not try doing it and see how you feel and see what's up. And for autoimmune issues, I think strict is the way to go. I expect my thyroid's going to be healing from this way, but I'll keep you posted. These are full. Me and measuring doesn't go together. None of my recipes, which I have been, my computer, 2 computers in 2013 needed to go bye-bye, and I saw all my photos of the food and the falafels and the not tuna pates and gorgeous. Like, I remember I looked at it and I was like, why is that so pretty? I'm like, of course, you use green parsley. It was white with green, and then I used purple onion on purpose for the color. I have no nodules. I have Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism, and that's an autoimmune issue, and autoimmune issues can pile up. These were so full. They can pile up. And it really depends. I like the notion that I heard Dr. Ken Berry and Kelly Hogan talking about, is that you do what works for you. If you can eat chocolate donuts, eat them. If you can eat whatever and you don't have any compromised anything, then do it. Like, eat. There's some people who can eat meat and veggies and potatoes and they're fine. Maybe. But there's certain people who maybe are sensitive or older or menopause or autoimmune issues or who knows, whatever ailments. If you listen to No Carb Dave on YouTube, I was interviewed on his podcast on YouTube. You can't believe the healing stories that you hear. I almost couldn't listen to it because I just don't want to hear about human ailments because it's a lot of ailments. But the healing stories are extraordinary. I don't know if it's easy to reverse. I'm not taking Synthroid. I take Armor. And I know stress gets me, but I also know diet plays a big part. And I don't know. I just feel like healing is happening on all levels of my body. And I expect that to be good too. I think it depends how far gone your thyroid is, right? Like, everybody's different. Everybody's dis-ease is different. But for me, I look at body ailments as a radar, your body being this amazing, radar telling you, go in a different direction. You need to not be doing X, Y, Z. Oh, you're more sensitive to things than you used to be. I wonder why. I think we become more attuned with ourselves. The cleaner you get, the more in tune you are with what doesn't work. Like, I think sugar, I had the other day, I was like having an emotional so there was like this no sugar chocolate. I had a bite. I had a rash on my arm and I was like, oh, no to that. Could have been emotion. I don't know. I feel like I'm really sensitive. Like, I'm a fine-tuned machine, and I think it's cool to be really sensitive. I don't want to not be sensitive. I want my body to tell me clearly what's working and what's not. And I'm disciplined. Like, I don't mind being disciplined. I don't mind. I enjoy willpower because if I can do this, I can do anything. If I could just eat meat and I cannot and skip caffeine, that's powerful. I don't want it to be a free-for-all. It's complicated. Everybody's different. Some people really need variety and they would hate what I'm doing. But I love having the simplicity. It's clear. My food was my art back in the day. I had to do all these things to make it look good, feel good, taste good, and photograph it, and it was my art. And now I'm actually doing art on paper instead of art with food, and that I prefer that right now for real. So, bath time. They're like my little babies. I hope you all turn out well, and if you don't worry, I'll still eat you. Hello, Eloise. Ellie. Okay, I'm gonna bring, this is the first time, you guys, ever in the history of my SIBO yogurt making that I've had 2 batches going at the same time. Craig left a machine behind, and I actually like having 2 machines so I can have 2 batches going, or I can have one in the van. Hi, hi, hi. Archie, hi, you guys. So we're going to plug in. You're going to see them side by side for the first time ever. And then I'm going to give you a quick little show of my art supplies so you can see. No, I've never, have you ever felt not great eating carnivore? No, I felt great. That's what helped me get over my grossed out notion of eating meat. I was like, oh my God, I feel so good. I was like, you have to do this. Like, you just have to. Because within like a week, I felt better. Within 3 weeks, I lost weight. I was just feeling like clear, calm, thinking better. My words come out better. So how are you going to not do it if that's the case? Like, it was obvious. Okay. Okay. Now we go. 100 degrees. And 36 hours. Beep, beep, beep. I know I mentioned my friend Terry a lot, but it's like she saved my life by being brave enough to tell me that she, as a vegan for as long as I was eating meat. Huh. Did I do that right? Hold on, let's go check it. Yeah, we're good. Side by side, baby. Okay. Now, we're not going to pull a doobie card because we're not ready for that yet. All right. So on my kitchen island, this is very exciting. I have a large, I like this size. It's a Fabriano 1264 mixed media. They're talking to me. Get whichever one's on sale. Go to Blick, go to Michael's, go wherever and get yourself a book. Make it large enough, I think. I have little ones, I have big ones, I have every pad size. Little ones I take with me on the go in my pocket, teeny little ones, medium-sized ones in my to-go art bag. I'm always doing art out, always, any place I go. So, Canson XL is a good one. I don't know, there's other ones I like, but it's a mixed media paper. So that's first. Then you leave it open on your counter. Leave it just like that. And then I have doobie decks. I might pull a card for us. These are really fun. They're big, they're bold, they're pretty. They're not water soluble. They are colored pencils by Cretacolor, Cretacolor, Cretacolor. And they're just really big, fat pencils. And when I'm not sitting at my desk and I'm standing, I tend to go bolder. Bolder is when you're standing. You're not crouched and I'll do teeny, teeny, teeny little drawings and I'll color them in with the finest point gel pen you can imagine by Languo, Languo. Teeny, 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 like when I have to color in microscopic doobies, and I love that. But I also like to go bold. So I have those, but my favorite thing to have when going bold and just not thinking are Stabilo, Stabilo, Woodies. And it's got a very fat nib. It comes with a sharpener, fat enough for it. And these are actually for kids. But a lot of artists use these because not only are they bold, rich in color, but they're also water soluble. Meaning, if I draw on my paper and then I take, these are also here, a water brush. It's filled with water. Pentel makes them, Derwent makes them, Aquash, Pentel Aquash, I think they're called. But there's water in the vestibule. And you squeeze a little bit. This one actually wasn't working when I went to use it the other day. That's hilarious. This is a really fun. But you have a brush and you squeeze it and it will, what a funny shape. That has like, looks like it's good for grass. It's got separated, these are new, these ones. I have too many. Do you see that? Huh, that's good for grass or animal fur. Really funny, how specific. Before there was only like one company that made them, but now they're all over. I will never forget the first time I was in San Francisco at a cafe restaurant and I saw a woman with her notebook and one of these and I was like, what is that? I had never knew there was a watercolor brush with water in the vestibule. It's vessel, right? Anyway, so what you can do is you can scribble and then take water or just any paintbrush, add water and mush it around, and then you can write on top of it. Sometimes I will take the woody and I'll just write how I'm feeling on the page. But oftentimes I will end up drawing over it, using a paint marker over it. So, because maybe I have a mood or a thought, but maybe I don't want to stay with that thought. Maybe I want to show my journal and nobody needs to see that thought that I had. Sometimes there's no icky thoughts. It's just doobies. Oh, she needs eyes. No, she has eyes. Okay. Crazy. And then sometimes, oh, mine don't leak. You have this exact water brush? I never had this brand before. Mr. Pan or something? I don't know what they're called. I threw out the package. Do you have these? I heard somebody comment. I was watching a video about them and somebody commented on them leaking, but I never had that. This is on top of this. I love you guys. I'm so glad we had nighttime with Dara. I'm so glad I made a double batch and I'll see you super soon.